Construction workers use sophisticated tools to put buildings up. But when you have to deconstruct a building to make room for something bigger or better, bringing it down is a different kind of job. There's a fast and effective way to bring down a building, but it's also potentially dangerous. We're talking about explosives. This Sheraton Hotel in Miami has been around since 1980, but now it's going to be replaced by a new building, and the quickest way to demolish it is with an implosion. The plan is to blow out the first floors and knock out some of the supporting structures up above, and then gravity will take care of the rest. The building should fall right where the demolition experts want it to, inside its own footprint. But can they really be that precise? How close can somebody be to this building without being harmed? We're going to find out. But first, let's go inside to see how Dicon Explosive Demolition sets it all up. They go in and pull out the windows, doors, cables, anything that might come loose in the blast. And they knock out some of the non-load-bearing walls by hand, so the upper floors come down more easily. Once the building is a shell, they start laying in the explosives. Downstairs, in the basement floors, they use the heavy artillery, dynamite, stuffed into the holes drilled in the columns. That will knock the legs out from under this building. Upstairs, they're using a less powerful explosive to shatter some of those columns.
This stuff right here looks like electrical cable. It's not. It's called primacord. Now, inside of this primacord is this little powder. It's called PETN. That's the stuff that actually goes boom.
PETN is used by the military in landmines and explosive shells. Here it's used in smaller amounts in the detonating cord to fine-tune the implosion by helping control the building's fall. On the upper floors of the hotel, they drill more holes in the columns. They'll stuff primacord into these holes, and like the dynamite, they'll set it off with blasting caps. They wrap fencing and heavy cloth around the columns to focus the blast and get the most bang for the buck. When the big moment comes, they'll trigger the dynamite downstairs and the primacord upstairs, and then, boom! The explosives create shock waves to shatter the concrete. Everything is timed out to the millisecond, so the columns collapse in a predetermined sequence. If it happens like they plan, the hotel will come down right where they want it to, away from other buildings. So what does it take to make this hotel history? 200 sticks of dynamite, 2,000 blasting caps, and more than a mile of detonating cord. It's all planned with surgical precision to control the implosion and keep the blast and debris under control. But we want to find out how close you can be to the building and live to tell about it. Dave's had a lot of experience with explosives in police training, and he divides a site like this one into 3 zones. Our boy Bobby will be just 30 feet from the building for a front row seat.
Here, we're going to put him in the hot zone. The hot zone means there's a strong possibility when this building starts to implode, some of that rubble and debris could extend to this point. Then we have what's called the danger zone. The danger zone means that when this building starts to implode, some of this debris and rubble could extend past this point. Right. Then, of course, you got the cold zone, which means you can be pretty much anywhere and watch it from a safe position.
Where's the cold zone?
It's way over there.
All right, I'm going to set up a chair over there.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Yeah. So we got our man here, don't look, in the hot zone.
Okay.
I'm in the cold zone, so we're just missing a body in the danger zone.
I guess that's my job.
So here's how it lays out on this satellite photograph. In the center is the Sheraton, now loaded with explosives. What Dave calls the hot zone extends out about 100 feet from the hotel. And there's Bobby at 30 feet. I'll be out in the cold zone, 600 feet out. And we've gotten special permission to put Dave inside the danger zone at 120 feet. He'll be closer to the blast than anyone is allowed to get. He'll tell us what it looks like up close and what it feels like when that building comes down.
All right, so we're not going to put Dave in the danger zone without a little protection.
This is an explosive ordnance disposal suit, like the bomb squads use. It's covered in Nomex to make it fire resistant. It has a ballistic insert to protect against debris. And for extra protection, it's got armor blast plates made of steel. Put your hand on my shoulder. Made of steel.
Oh, I'm just a kickstand. That's all I'm here for. Yeah, definitely make sure that you tuck that part in. Jeez, I'm so upset they only have one of these suits to put on.
Yeah, I'm sure you being in the cold zone, I'll see you at the bench and the pina colada.
All right.
Let's go ahead and put the foot protection on.
Okay.
Slides over the front of the foot.
Slides right over the top. All right. You know that
Reset
Mexican
the
he
zipper.
ate? I need the bomb suit.
Reset the zipper.
What's the back plate going to protect you from?
In case I happen to fall on my back. Goes right on first.
How uncomfortable is this sucker?
This could be a new diet program right here. Kind of makes you feel like you're playing with them G.I. Joe men when you were a kid, huh? Except this one gets to talk back. Don't ask me to help you, buddy, because it's kind of like when you get your collar put on your dog so it doesn't scratch his face.
When we come back, we're going to find out if that bomb suit really works. Then, Dave steps into the danger zone to face an explosive demolition. To get a close look at a building implosion, Dave's wearing an explosive ordnance disposal suit. It's the kind of suit that bomb squads wear, and it's designed to protect them against the blast and debris. But first, we want to see what this suit can do. So we're going to put it to the test. And we've got two dummies to help us, Bobby and Robbie. Now, Robbie's just wearing regular clothes, but Bobby's dressed in a bomb suit, just like Dave's. And our demolition experts have rigged up an explosion for them, with enough explosives to equal 3 sticks of dynamite. The secret ingredient? A bag of peat moss. The peat moss is there as a stand-in for the flying debris you'd have if you were, let's say, blowing up a building. And now, it's time for Little Boom. 3, 2, 1. Both our dummies were blown over by the blast, but they definitely didn't share the same experience. If Robbie were human, he would have suffered serious injuries. He'd be lucky to have survived it all. Bobby fell over too, but his bomb suit stayed intact, and so did he, protected by Nomex and armor plating. And there's not a mark on him. Let's hope the same will be true for Dave. Meanwhile, our crash test human is almost ready for his close-up. Last piece of the suit, and maybe the most important, the helmet, complete with a blast-resistant visor made from acrylic and a super hard polycarbonate plastic.
Luke, I am your father.
No, you're not. It couldn't be.
Wash me. All right, we got to get you to the site. Come on.
Next stop for Dave, his designated spot in the danger zone, just 120 feet from the building.
You're all set. You feel okay?
I'm okay.
All right. I'll see you afterwards.
All right.
All right, buddy.
I almost feel guilty leaving Dave in the danger zone. But hey, that's his job. And we only had one bomb suit. So I'm heading to the cold zone, 600 feet away from the blast. Here's where I am. Dave, our Knight Nomex armor, is 120 feet away from the building in the danger zone. Bobby is 30 feet away from the blast in the hot zone. Now, if everything goes off without a hitch, Dave should be okay. But there's always a chance that a chunk of debris could come flying at him. Is he really safe enough in that bomb suit? It's time to find out. This is 0 Hour. Somewhere in that cloud of dust is Dave, but we can't go in to see how he is till the debris and dust settle and they give the all clear.
This is all debris. It's not smoke. It's actually particles from the building. You can kind of see it. It's covering the lens right now. It's getting all over us. It almost looks like and feels like ash from a fire. It's really getting into your eyes. I mean, it's just completely covering you.
It's a cloud that's not blowing away at all.
Let's go get Dave, all right?
Now, Dave's bomb suit should have protected him, but I'll feel a lot better when I see that he's still standing.
Let's get you out of there.
Take the helmet off.
All right. We're almost there, brother. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? You're like
Very
a new
nice.
man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're getting there. How do you feel?
Good. You can feel a little bit of the push from the shockwave.
You feel good.
You feel a little bit of the push, but I'm doing a lot better than our dummy is over there.
So just take me through it.
Well, basically, you're standing there, you hear the sirens go off, and you know the countdown's starting to begin. And all of a sudden, you hear a series of charges just go off.
So when that blast first hit, can you see any of the big debris coming out?
You feel basically like a little push. It actually looked like I saw stuff coming out the windows. And it was from all the pressure being pushed down and threw the debris everywhere.
You were just 120 feet from the blast.
Would you have done it without the suit?
No, not at all. Without wearing that suit, you know, I probably wouldn't have been okay, but you did a great job and looked like it worked.
You're awesome.
Let's go.
Dave was sure a lot better off than Bobby. If he was human, he would have suffered some serious injuries, which is why they don't let people get this close to the blast. Bobby was just knocked right over by the explosion and covered by that cloud of dust.
That's not a yoga position I've seen before. The one thing that you gotta be amazed with, I mean, this was only 30 feet away from the building. You don't see any large debris until, I mean, right here. These guys, they just knocked down a 15-story building, and there's no debris more than 20 feet, 15 feet away. We gotta take this guy to the hospital, though.
As for the hotel, the implosion went according to plan. The cameras inside the building show how the charges were staggered. The dynamite and the primacord go off in a timed sequence. Those columns collapse one after another, and gravity's doing the rest.